Hey guys, it's Derek here. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the frightening Shichibukai, Mr. Sir Crocodile in mass maximum form. Let's see if he's worthy of his warlord title. Crocodile's box is signature mega house. Some uniquely shaped viewing windows, some seemingly random gold foil splashes, sand effects, and plenty of crocodiles. Inside, he's very well protected with a plastic blister that's also lined and reinforced with a bit of foam. The best part of this entire assembly process is that there isn't one. He comes pre-installed in his rock-shaped base, and I'm glad he didn't come in a normal octagonal one because it wouldn't be able to do him justice. Design-wise, he is a spitting image of his anime counterpart, which perfectly captures his immoral and powerful character. Of course, it wouldn't be a crocodile figure if it didn't have his sinister grin. And while his pose is rather simple, it's incredibly intricate. I love how his sand Logia powers are on full display. His partially transformed look makes the sand feel truly alive and free-flowing. The only problem is, you'll have to turn him around if you want to see all that detail. However, there are some seam lines that could be hidden a little bit better with the sound effects. It's interesting to see that Mega House chose a softer PVC plastic for all the sand Logia effect parts. This might have been to protect him in shipping, or maybe just in case you knock him over. A little more safety there. The way that his overcoat incorporates with the sand is actually really creative, and all the wrinkles caused by his golden hook pulling on it makes it all the more impressive. Crocodile definitely lives up to his motion ability statue designation, but that shouldn't be a surprise because this was sculpted by Mass, and hopefully this is the first of many in this new Mass Maximum lineup. But you know what they say, the devil's in all those sculpted details, or something like that. It's nice to see that a lot of pieces are separately molded. This really helps with the painting process and can give you a little more detail for those tiny bits. His cigar looks pretty nice and even has a hint of red to simulate him really smoking. Although it would be cool if there was a little bit of smoke coming out there as an effect, but maybe that was too much to put in. The gems on his rings also look really clean and sharp, although the purple part of one of his rings is a little bit scratched on mine, so not really sure how that got there. And finally, the golden buttons that go right down the middle of his shirt are all individually molded and placed in afterwards. It's very evident because mine still has a bit of glue residue. His wrinkly green scarf is also really nicely done. However, mine doesn't fully cover up his very wide chest, and you can see a little bit of skin showing through. I can't unsee it, and neither can you. Crocodile was originally released at the end of August back in 2021, and I was able to pick him up locally for about $320 Canadian. Before tax. He stands in at a respectable 265mm tall or 10.34 inches. And whether he's chilling on your bookcase with the rest of his Shichibukai buddies or terrorizing your waifus in the detail, he fits in no problem. As for the paint job, it is almost perfect. Mega House does love flexing their painting mastery whenever the maximum line is involved. Crocodile is no exception. They use a lot of contrasting finishes to really make everything pop out, to kind of make your eyes wander, but in a good way. And in other areas, they showed off some other painting techniques, like some silver dry brushing all over the sand to make the grains kind of stand out a bit more, a nice grimy weathering wash all over his golden hook to give it a very used and lived in kind of vibe, and a ton of airbrush shading all throughout to really hit home and justify that price tag. One area that is a little bit inaccurate compared to his promotional material is his loafers. Looks like they used a little too much brown paint here, but I guess at the end of the day, you can kind of chalk it up as Logia sand effect and kind of get away with anything, right? But to reel it in a little bit, they did still do a great job on areas like his very snazzy belt. The signature one-piece thick neck is also very nicely shaded, and they even gave his black hair a very tiny kiss of purple just for that little extra bit of definition. If you look closely, even his overcoat has a bit of fine metallic pigment to really change things up and make it pop. Overall, I'm really happy with how this crocodile turned out. Yes, he does have some quality control issues, but Mega House usually does a good job, so yours should be pretty much perfect. Of course, I would love to see Mega House complete the Shichibukai Maximum line and give us a new Kuma and Gekko Moria. Those two would be great, and you would finally complete all 7 in maximum form. But if that does happen, I guess Wallerkun's in for a bit of a rough ride. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving this a like, and I'm also really curious, who is your favorite One Piece villain? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you want to see some more One Piece goodies, or a little guide to One Piece figure collecting, I'll leave it over there. My name is Derek, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.